Alright folks, I'm back. Smooth Davey Jones, cooking with style here. Been gone for a minute, but I'm back to, cause it's Sunday. And what do you eat on Sunday? Sunday's family time, day of rest. Have a good meal, so we're gonna make lasagna today, the way the Italians make it. But, what you're gonna need is some salt, garlic, and, black pepper. That's for your ground beef that, you're gonna season while you cook it. That's for that stuff. You're going to need 3 boiled eggs, a tray. This is like 6 by 6 or so. I'm making a small one today, not a real big one. Some olive oil, your cheese shredded. I got 5 different cheeses I shredded in here: mozzarella, provolone, parmesan, and a couple other ones I can't name off the top of my head, but it's 5 different cheeses to give the flavor pop. And then you're going to need your lasagna noodles. These are not homemade. I have to admit I didn't make them today because I was lazy, I'd say. But these are the non-boil lasagna layers there. It's all about the brand name. So if you get the store brand name of those, it's going to taste like crap. I'll tell you that right now. So I won't advertise because I'm not getting paid for the name. So like I'm saying, just don't get the store brand. Get the popular one out, we'll say. Then you'll need also a tray to cook your ground beef in before you put in lasagna, and some sauce. I made this earlier, big pot of sauce, homemade spaghetti sauce and meatballs in there. Cause I don't buy the canned stuff or the jar, that ragu or prego. That stuff's crap. So, alright, we'll get to the next step in a minute here. Okay, after about, I'd say this is about almost 2 pounds of meat. This step here all depends on, if you like meat, you might be a vegetarian, you might not want to put meat in your lasagna, but it all depends on how much you want in there, and I like a lot. So, plus this has some fat in it, so whenever you cook it, it's definitely going to shrink down. So what we'll do is we'll season this up with some garlic powder. Don't be scared to use this stuff. It burns off. Some pepper. Yeah, make sure you put a lot on there. Usually I sprinkle with my hand and stuff like that, but you know what I mean. Make sure you season it up. Like I said, you're gonna be mixing it in, so don't be scared to use it. And your salt, same thing. Put some salt. Alright. Now you want to cook this thing on medium heat. There we go. And just say you want to cook it till it's brown. And we'll go from there. Okay, as you can see, I finished cooking this meat. You don't want to cook it, you don't want to burn it or anything, cook it too long. You want to cook it just right. I like my meat cooked too. I don't like that rare stuff with the blood. I never got why people eat that. But here's your ground beef that's going to be going in the lasagna right there. Like I said, this much fat came out of it. You got 3/4 of a cup of fat, so it definitely shrunk down. And then while I was at it, I boiled 3 eggs because they weren't boiled already, but got those eggs going. What we're going to do now is line the tray with some olive oil so it doesn't stick. And if you hear that noise in the background, I'm multitasking here. I got the dishwasher going, and but what you want to do is, like I said, roll this up this way. Nothing burns, nothing sticks. And the next step will be putting this bad boy together. Alright, the next step we're on is actually building a lasagna. Putting it all together, making it pop. And this step is pretty simple. I'll show you one layer, and you keep repeating that all the way to, I'd say, the last ½ inch or so of the top of your cooking tray, whatever you're using. So first, like I said, here's my meat that's finished. You got the cheese, the eggs, the noodles, and homemade sauce, like I said. None of that store brand stuff, because that's crap. Can't even eat that stuff. I get sick. But first, what you want to do, the pan's already lined with olive oil. But what I like to do also, you gotta put a layer of sauce now. This is a must. You have to do this, or it's gonna burn on the bottom. The olive oil helps, but you gotta put that down too. So once you got your layer, try not to pick up any meatballs with that sauce. You want to start building it, like I said. So you lay your noodle out. One. Fortunate they're wide enough that I only need two on this. And you want to overlap them. Don't stick them next to each other. Overlap them like a 1/4 of an inch or so. And lay it like that. It's overlapped. They will expand a little bit. So this little edge will expand out. Essentially, now what you're going to do is put some more sauce. So grab some more here out of this nice pot. Try not to grab any meatballs while I'm at it, making a mess. Got your sauce. Lay it out. This is also, if you like it saucy, put a lot of sauce because it will dry out. If you don't like a lot of sauce, don't put a lot of sauce. But I like to put a decent amount because I don't want it to dry. You know, I don't want it to be real dry. So layer it with sauce like you're doing a pizza, but you're just using more. Alright. Now once you got your sauce down, next what you want to do is put some meat. You know what I mean? Put this, like I said earlier, this step all depends on how much meat you like. Me, I like having a lot of meat in my lasagna. Alright, now that you got your meat down, next what you want to do, put some eggs. You know, scramble these up. Well, not scramble, I don't know, shredded them, I would say. I used the white and the yellow. I mean, if you got cholesterol problems or something like that, you might not want to put all the yolk in there, all the yellow. You might want to just do the white. But I'm cooking like the old days, because that's whenever food was good. Whenever people didn't care about fat or anything else, and they just cooked with what they had. So I used the yellow and white. Put some eggs. Like I said, my mom's probably going to kill me because there's probably be a lot of cholesterol in this, but it does taste good. Many people told me that. Put your eggs. That should be good. Next, put your layer of cheese. Like I said, 5 different cheeses. Parmesan, provolone, mozzarella. Can't think of the other 2. It starts with an A, the one. Something with an A, I forget. You put your cheese down. I'll get the cheese in the next clip, what exactly I used. For some reason it ain't coming to me. Again, it all depends on how much cheese you want. If you want it cheesy, put a lot. I do it right. Now you got your cheese. Okay. Alright, that's the first layer. And what you're going to do now since I laid the first layer horizontal like that, you want to go transverse now. You want to overlap like you're building. You know what I mean? Like you're building a bridge or a structure or house. So alright players, I'm going to continue to build this up. I'll get back to you whenever it's all complete. Okay, I'm at the top. I said stop about a 1/2 inch. Well, I kept going. I made it tall, so I'm going to have to modify my lid whenever I put this in the oven. But I just wanted to point out on your last layer, you want to line the top with your noodle and just put sauce. And that's it. You don't need anything else because there's going to be a different step that we do that hold this all together. Alright, that's what it looks like. Ready to go in the oven. Like I said, the last layer on top is just the noodles, the sauce, and you put the cheese on top. Kind of bonds. It's like a glue. Puts everything together. You know what I mean? But what you want to do is preheat your oven to 375, as you can see right there. You know, we're gonna cover this with some aluminum foil, not the dollar store brand. That's another thing, people. Don't get dollar store brand aluminum foil or saran wrap. That stuff does not stick to anything. And aluminum foil, it just breaks whenever you try to even tear a piece. You know, pull it out, it just starts ripping left and right. But we're going to put this in the oven with the aluminum foil on top. You know, you're going to cover it like this. And like I said, you want to leave like a ½ an inch from the top, which I didn't. As you can see, I kept stacking. Well, sometimes once you know, you got to get a little wild sometimes when you cook. So, you know, try new things, get a little wild. But what you do is cover aluminum foil on the top, put it in the oven at 375. You'll cook it for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. And that's just so that the noodles can cook, you know, because the rest of it's all cooked. The meat, the sauce, everything's all good. So we'll throw it in there for about, you know, 45 minutes to an hour. And then once that's done, once that time frame is up, you take it off and you see it boiling. It's going to boil because sauce has water. It's a liquid, so you're going to start to see it boil, and it's going to expand. This thing is going to get higher. It's probably going to come up a ½ inch or so. And once you see that happen, you take the foil off and you bake it for another, say, 5 minutes or so, just to dry it out. And I'll get back to you on that step. Alright, here it is. It's been about an hour, and like I said, I cooked it off, put the foil off the last 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, just to melt the cheese on top. As you can see, it did rise above, like I mentioned. That's why you got to put it like a ½ inch below the top of your plate, but like I said, I got a little crazy. My last step, what I like to do is, like I said, I got 5 cheeses on here. And got Romano, provolone, mozzarella, Parmesan, Asiago. Next, what I like to do is the last step. What I do is make it, you know, stand out. Is I get some shredded 100% Parmesan cheese. It's been aged for a while. I forget, over a year it's been aged. But man, this stuff's excellent. And what I like to do is sprinkle a little bit on top, just to, you know, as a final step. So definitely put some good taste into this. Just, you know, just a little bit. Alright, there it is. Side view, look at all them layers of lasagna, man. It's going to taste good. And next step, I'll cut a piece, throw it in a plate, show you what it looks like. Okay, here it is. Cut out a piece. So yeah, that looks excellent. Definitely looks good. Some homemade lasagna. The right way to do it. But little advice, I didn't wait, but you should usually let this wait about 15 minutes or so to cool down. This way it's easier to cut, and whenever you pull it out, it doesn't fall apart and runny and everything else. But I was too excited. I wanted to start eating a slice, so there it is right there, man. Look at that. Homemade lasagna. And by the way, some nutritional facts about this. There's probably about 1,200 calories in there with all the cheese and everything else, and I'm not kidding for this little slice. So if you're trying to lose weight, I wouldn't eat the whole thing. But alright, until the next video, peace out.